Live from Cool Boys Central.
You're the boss down there. I'm boss up here.
From bat tips to bat nips, we are just cool boys revisiting Batman, the animated series, and wearing hats. This is Batman and Beyond, a Cool Boys podcast.
I see Batman and Beyond.
Greetings, Cool Boy Nation, and welcome to another installment of Batman and Beyond.
Woo woo!
A Cool Boys podcast. I'm Ballard.
And I'm Steve.
So cool. Tonight's episode is Fire from Olympus.
Woo!
Directed by Dan Reba and written by Judith and Garfield Reeves Stevens. Oh, it's a wife and husband couple again.
So hot.
This episode came out May 24th, 1993. Or is it a brother and sister?
We'll never know.
We'll never know. We'll never know. And this week's villain is Maxie Zeus, the all too common Maxie Zeus that everyone knows so well.
Oh, I found out it was a husband and wife.
Husband and wife, nice. Wikipedia says, believing himself to be the reincarnation of Zeus, Maxie Zeus steals an experimental weapon that the government developed. The madman desires to use the weapon against the people of Gotham City, and Batman must put a stop to Maxie's mad plan against the city he loves. This episode starts off with a match being lit. Ooh! Fire from Olympus.
You know, what I didn't make sense to me was like the lighting in the beginning of this episode. So Gordon needs to use a match in the alleyway to look at his watch, but then when he steps out of the alleyway, looks like it's daylight.
It's not daylight. It's
It
just
felt like it
well-lit
was.
street side. It's like a well-lit street. That's all.
No, that was like not good matching. Now it's back, then it's back to nighttime when the Greek, the like stereotypical Greek guys are running down the accounting.
The hired
door.
goons.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Goons.
Who?
Hired goons.
Hired goons.
Yeah, and they're chasing Yanni Stavros.
But I liked how the Greek guy has the chest hair.
Mm-hmm. Oh, beautiful chest hair. Amazing. Bald head. Perfect little facial, mustache, little facial hair.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you pretend that you're a Greek god, you have to have Greek thugs.
He does. And then he has also harpies.
Those are pretty badass, those harpies.
Yeah. So here we are. We have got a reveal of Maxie Zeus.
Well, it's not really
in
a reveal.
Shadow.
This is like the...
Well, but it's
mysterious.
clearly him. I mean, like later when you see the character, it's like, oh, was that his silhouette? Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna. But why do it then? This whole thing is like, who is it? Who's that man in the shadows?
Well, because he's actually backlit from the car headlights. It's just natural.
You think?
Also, keep in mind, all that animation of black is not drawing the black. That's lack of drawing.
Yes. Wow.
That's pretty cool. They're painting essentially the background. They're drawing the background in those scenes.
It's called a silhouette.
Not Maxie Zeus. Yeah, the silhouette. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Maxie Zeus then kills Yanni Stavros, right?
No, what was it? It was like a tire or something that saved his life or something. I forget what it was that they explained. Thank God there was a tire on the ground with rubber that absorbed most of the lightning. But yeah. I thought this was actually interesting. Gordon busts out a DVD, it seems like, when he's trying to show this top secret weapon. And this was before DVDs, right?
It is, but it's like a CD-ROM.
No, well, they're watching a video.
CD-ROM, you could watch videos on CD-ROM.
No.
Oh, yeah. Lots of videos you could watch on CD-ROM. You just popped them in you pop in a video CD. I think they were called video CDs, technically.
Okay. On a computer?
Yeah, I think it was mostly, the concept was,
I don't think they had those.
It was a data disc that had the ability to be played as media if it was, structured right.
All right, I'm gonna look this up real quick.
Video CD.
Video CD.
Mm-hmm.
Video CD player. I got something. So it's VCDs, the video CD.
Yeah.
And is a home video format the first format to stream films on standard 120mm optical discs. But it says that, and they created in 1993.
But the other thing, Steve, I mean, Laserdiscs already existed at this point.
But
so,
that
I mean,
was
it
not a
would just be
Laserdisc.
No, but the assumption would be is they compacted the
No,
technology.
Mike, no. This was factual.
Okay, you're right. This cartoon is factual. By the way, we are now being really introduced to Maxie Zeus. And after finding out that the MacGuffin of the episode is something called EDC, Electron Discharge Cannon, and now we see the silhouette is Maxie Zeus, and he used this fucking lightning bolt gun on this guy.
Still, you're like, is that the guy? Is that?
No, we know we have our villain.
I don't know. He's
fucking crazy, by the way, Steve. He's fucking crazy.
No.
His skirt is way too short. Okay, like what the fuck is going on here?
You know, they never fully explained what made him snap. They just like the pressure, but he's like totally insane. You know,
he's super insane. And then Cleo's like literally at one point even to him, she's like, Maxie, no one is above the law. And then he's like, I make my own law.
I know. It's like insane.
I think I have to now make my own laws as well.
Oh, really?
Because Steve fucking is an asshole and didn't take my case and isn't helping me right now with my shit with the government.
Well, you know, when I started looking into your stuff, I'm not sure if you really want to talk about this on air, to be honest. Do you want to start doing your grievances? Because this is a...
Well, I don't think we can talk much about the case, and all that.
Well,
I don't think it really
anyways,
will matter,
you know,
honestly. I don't think it really matters.
This isn't like a civil thing, you know. I thought it was like, you know, some straight up issue with a civil matter, but you're into some criminal stuff, so...
No, I don't say that. How dare you? That's fucking...
So I had recommendations. I told you about people that, you know, you could talk to, but I can't help you, man. I'm sorry. I don't know that side.
Wow.
So.
Steve, you're skating. You're skating right now.
Well,
Do you know that?
I don't know exactly, but, you know, let's just...
You're skating on some slander right now.
You know, you're just lucky that you're out here, that we can do this, and you're not, you know, the authorities aren't out there looking for you.
Well, I would have appreciated your help, honestly, because I don't fucking know
just don't have
what
joint
the hell
accounts
I'm doing.
with, you know, random people.
Stop talking to people. Stop. And we should stop.
Okay.
Because now you're like saying, I feel like too much.
All right.
You can't be talking about the people that I've been...
I didn't talk about them. I just said random.
Investors.
Okay, so don't have joint accounts with investors.
International joint accounts?
Yeah, that was your bad, you know.
Well, I don't have those accounts anymore because they've been frozen.
So you're lucky that's it. So just be
honestly,
happy.
it's not gonna be a big deal. We should get back to the episode because I got some plans coming up. I think they're gonna fix everything.
I did like this weird way that Batman was flying around the building where he was like doing this loop de loop.
He had to taunt Maxie Zeus.
He flies like a circle around the whole building. He's just like having kind of fun. Does like a corkscrew.
I think what the real star here though for me this episode, watching it back, was Cleo, because she's handling shit. You know, she's handling the real shit. I mean, she's the one trying to, like, get Maxie in line. She's the one that goes down to the hired goons and is like, Batman's here. Like, come on, guys. And they're like, if he wanted us, he'd bug us. And she's like, no, someone needs to go up there and beat on Batman right now. And then, like, you know, like, oh, think of that. Like, she's fucking taking care of everything. And then, meanwhile, she even points out, Maxie is wearing... next to nothing in micro skirts. She's like, this is out of control. I don't even wear micro skirts these short.
You know, what I don't understand is that he obviously understands technology because he has this whole, like, weird, like, chess pieces that...
It doesn't make any sense, like, his level of intelligence. Like he's Greek god and then, like, fully up to date, like, you know, like...
Is he a god that's out of his world, you know? Or is he, like, been living... Like, does he think he's an immortal god that's been alive forever or reincarnated?
Here's what I was thinking. I think he's a real person with the proper lineage to Zeus that Zeus kind of actually, like, became, like, possessed him.
I think that's where I was kind of going to. So he's a normal guy that got possessed by Zeus in his head, but now he's become Zeus.
Now, with all this Greek mythology and some of it Roman that they screw up with, like Janus, does Steve? Do you think is there any point in Greek mythology that Zeus possesses people? I know he tricks people by like changing shape and form, but has he ever possessed anyone? Does he have that skill set?
I have no idea, but I would say yes.
He does. Wow.
From my experience of watching Hercules, the Kevin Sorbo series, Zeus was a dick in that.
Yeah, but did he actually?
Oh, he possessed he would like become a goat and stuff.
Wait, become a goat or possess a goat is two different things.
Oof, is it?
Yeah, shape-shifting into a goat is not possessing a goat.
Well, here, I'll just look it up.
Yeah, look it up for sure. Oh my god, by the way, I love when Batman comes to bug Cleo in her house, which is just, come on, Batman. You have to stop coming into like single women's homes late at night when they're like on their couch crying. But he does it again, and here he comes in, and he's like, Maxie's messed up, let me help him. And she's like, yeah, this is why he's messed up, as Steve pointed out earlier. He's just essentially cracked and snapped. But then she's like, talking about how Maxie's insanity, and then she uses it as an analogy to Batman's own delusion. I love that. She fucking flat out burns Batman. She's like, yeah, he is kind of insane. Like you, perhaps, motherfucker?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like her. I like Cleo's character a lot in this, honestly.
Yeah, you want to see more Cleo? You want to see her return later on?
I would love to see. Oh my god, I would
Maybe
love
the
to see more
Adventures of Cleo.
The Adventures of Cleo and Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure her name is first, and then just the cherry on top to Maxie's insanity. He fucking for no reason shoots a blimp out of the fucking sky.
I know. They just wanted to do a Hindenburg
with his EDC, with the electron discharge cannon. He claims he never heard of and has never seen before.
This was straight up like horror. I was like,
this is
wow,
like terrorism. This is massive terrorism.
That was like some Hindenburg like.
Yeah, so yeah, straight up, yeah, the horror.
I know
the horror for sure.
And
that thing crashed in the middle of like a Times Square.
At least the people piloting it died. Like there had to have been at least 2 casualties.
Okay, yeah. So Cleo immediately runs over to Maxine. She goes, "You could have killed someone." Cleo, he did.
Yeah.
The pilots on that thing, the people below on the street, the people in the buildings that were like hit by the explosion.
Yeah, that was some mad destruction.
This is a pretty violent episode, and we just had a moment right now where Maxie Zeus zaps one of his hired goons because his hired goon's kind of like, Maxie Zeus, you just gave me an order to strap Cleo to the front of the gun, and I don't think that's cool, right, boss? And he's just like, zap! Hits him with electricity and fucks this dude up. And then, like, if I'm not mistaken, he's about to kill his fucking girlfriend. She gets saved at the last minute. But then even Maxie's own demise in this episode is incredibly violent. And we can get there in a little bit when we actually hit that point. But this is a violent episode.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was actually thinking that when he did get his head hit at the end of the episode, that it was going to be one of those things where he was going to become normal again, where suddenly he's going to remember and be like,
no, dude, he goes fucking the other way.
Yeah,
he is more crazy than ever.
Or
By
he's
the way,
just the same.
Okay, let's just get there now. So this episode does end with Maxie falling 200 feet onto his head.
I thought he was
all
dead,
the way off a skyscraper. He falls off half of a skyscraper and lands on part of a skyscraper. It is incredibly grotesque of a landing. It looks like a broken neck.
Oh, yeah. He has a thick neck, though, so I guess he
What the
survived
fuck? And then he just goes immediately and just double down in his sanity. He goes to Arkham, right? And it has the best moments ever in Arkham. And everybody's just like looking at him. He's like, they're all here. Everyone's here. He starts listing off all the gods' names and whatnot.
I do like that they put Batman through the 12, the 12 favors of Pericles.
Oh, right. With the Hydra, when he has to fight the snake. I don't know what kind of snake is it. Is it a python? Is it an anaconda? Is it a boa? I don't know.
Yeah,
I want to say anaconda.
I don't know at all.
I want to say anaconda.
It's
I'm sure if it's like Greek, it would have to be like python, right?
Well, it's supposed to. Like Hydra is supposed to have like 3 heads or something, right?
Right, but this is not, it came off a statue, and it was the 3rd head of a statue of 2 heads. So it was our cliffhanger act break.
Steve
And
sponsored. Did you forget that?
How did it's? Yeah, it was okay. Yeah, I didn't say that. You're right. I should say that. Sorry. It was part of our Steve sponsored.
Hey, I know that
cliffhanger act
you're a
break.
little sore at me, but you got to give me my credit where credit's
You're
due.
right. I will. I'm
right.
sorry. Yeah, I mean the fact that you couldn't take my case, I shouldn't hold it against you.
Yeah.
But I am kind of fucked, and I was.
You should
looking
just
for
be
my
happy
friend to
that
help
I can
me.
recognize that I don't have those legal skills and not like.
Well, the
act
thing is
like I
that
do.
like whenever anyone asked me, when I was being like dealt with, like, about my lawyer, I kept saying, yeah, no problem, I got my lawyer, and like I was telling him it was you, and now I don't have representation.
Well, you need to find somebody quick.
Whatever. So Steve, how does Batman get out of the cliffhanger act break?
Oh, he does actual stuff. He uses knockout gas.
Yeah, and it almost doesn't work, and I love that the snake is still constricting him and crushing him as it's
Takes a little
passing
bit.
out slowly.
I like
pretty
the
cool.
next trial.
The
whatever.
next test, yeah.
The warthog.
That was badass with a forced perspective painting.
It was good. Yeah.
Yeah, a forced perspective painting of a tunnel that like literally makes it seem like a giant creature's coming down a dark tunnel and you're waiting for it forever, and then it just
getting
bursts
louder,
through the wall.
louder. Yeah, it was good.
Badass. So
and then
badass.
it took Batman out. I mean,
It did.
it threw him out the building.
It did, but he's Batman. He figured his way back in.
Yeah, he's a smart guy. But Batman basically is able to get up there, but he gets kind of fucked up this episode. He gets electrocuted.
He does.
That's
yeah.
probably why he throws him off the building. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to try to kill you. I'm going to
He
see.
doesn't throw him off the building.
I don't throw him, but
Maxie jumps off the building to like get his lightning bolt back that Batman threw into the EDC gun.
Yeah,
and then the EDC gun explodes with the lightning bolt in it and shoots Maxie like 200 feet in the air, and then 200 feet fall down back into a skyscraper.
yeah. My note was Mac falls on his head and should be dead.
He doesn't move. Usually they show them like shift a little bit to show that they're still alive. Maxie doesn't move. It's like you're like, oh, he died. Yeah, he died. Maybe the Arkham Asylum scene is his death.
Mm-hmm.
It's like his what dreams may come. Mm-hmm. That's his what dreams may come. He gets to see all the gods, but they're technically, Batman rogues. Like, what was it? What were the different ones? It was
the Ivy, Two-Face, and Joker.
Two-Face was Janus, which is like a Roman god, so it doesn't make sense.
And
there is
Ivy
no
was
like Greek
Demeter.
version. Yeah, Ivy was Demeter, and then Hades was Batman. Oh, that was earlier, right?
Yeah, Joker was Hermes,
Yep, Joker was Hermes.
the trickster.
Yeah, so that was fun. I liked how they did that. They played a little bit with that at the end.
Yeah.
In general, I didn't really ever care for this episode, but every time I've watched it, I remember watching this as a kid, and I do remember, like feeling the same way then as I do now, that it's a lot better than I think it is. It's just Maxie Zeus is such a stupid, uninspired character with crazy mental illness that there is no resolve for, there is no rehabilitation towards. It's just odd. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I give it 3.5 out of 5, boys.
Yeah. I it was kind of a good one-off, I thought.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's a good one-off. But the character is ridiculous.
It is.
And he's also ridiculously violent. Like, even Joker just doesn't blow a fucking GCPD blimp out of the sky for no fucking reason. Like, Joker's a little bit smarter than that, too.
What's kind of rare is that...
Steve, wait. Think about that. You shoot a fucking GCPD blimp out of the sky and there's no recourse, right? I mean, come on. Like, who thinks that nobody's going to be like, oh, whatever. We don't know what happened there. They're going to be like, clearly a lightning bolt came from the giant gun coming out of the penthouse of Maximilian Zeus's.
I think that Batman's handling it,
The cops are not Batman.
It's the same night, right?
Is this all one night?
Yeah. I thought it was.
Wow. That is the only way. So right now, down on the streets of Gotham.
It's like a mess.
Carnage is ensuing. It is a mess.
Yeah.
And the police and the fire departments and the ambulances are all dealing with that shit. And the first responders are dealing with it. Boom! There's his fall.
Oh, and he's dead.
He is so fucking dead.
But what I was going to say earlier was that one of the things that was kind of interesting is that usually they go out of their way to give you like a quick little origin story of like how they became who they are. On this one, they really left it ambiguous of like how he got crazy.
You're never going to know what the fuck happened to this guy.
What made him snap? The pressure. That's what Cleo says.
They say the pressure. They say what the pressure is. The pressure was him working with the mob.
But
it doesn't make sense that he goes that far.
Yeah. What made him suddenly believe that he was?
And what
Zeus?
mob would be totally cool with some dude working for them going that insane? Like, dude, why is this guy going really crazy right now? Do you think they call him Maxie the Zeus?
Oh, I would
like
think
around
so.
the
Or
mob
maybe
table?
that was his thing. Yeah, they called him Zeus or something. And
There was like Skinny Face, Fat Tony, and then Maxie the Zeus.
Yeah.
You know, and then the Greek.
you're just so good with our numbers.
Yeah, what was the thing he did for the mob, you think?
It
brought
was
in
a
tech?
company that was a shipping company. I thought he was.
Oh, he was a shipping. Oh, dude, tell me about it, man. It is fucking hard.
Yeah.
I know.
I guess I'd give it a 3.5 as well. I'll agree with you.
Nice. Well, Cool Boy Nation, I am going to be out of town coming up this week.
Where are you going?
I don't know. Maybe I'll do a little trip up the old Pacific Northwest.
Like the
Oregon Trail.
Are you taking like what is that hike that you do that people do where they go up? Now I'm blanking on it. It's like
What's this hike?
What's the hike?
Yeah, what is this hike? You can hike this. Does it
The
go to
Pacific
Canada?
Northwest. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, isn't there
It
like
does?
some vlog hike or something?
I might need to use this hike. Actually, that's interesting. I'm gonna. I'm definitely gonna drive for a little while for sure. I'm using maps, a lot of paper maps for like back roads and things. I want to get a good look at the countryside I haven't seen before.
Well, enjoy it.
But this trail does go through all the way up, all the way through to the Great White North.
It does.
Nice.
It takes 60 to 75 days.
Are you looking at that right now? I was
I
gonna say
am.
email me the deets.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. You do that, man.
65 days. Jesus Christ.
That
Oh
could
my
be
God.
really sobering for you because I know you've had a problem lately.
I kind of like. Yeah, no, that's not a problem with me lately.
All right.
How dare you? That's not true.
I don't know, man. I guess I don't hear it when we're recording, but there's a lot of sniffling going on.
I have a cold.
Yeah. Is that what's going on?
I always have a cold.
Mm-hmm. Well, great bat stuff.
Great bat stuff. Cool Boy Nation. Tune in next week.
Yes.
Same cool bat time. Same cool bat channel. Cool Boy Bat Nation, be sure to let us bat know what you bat thought of Fire from Olympus. Or what your favorite bat episode is by bat emailing us at batmanandbeyondcoolboys@gmail.com. New episodes come out every Tuesday. Also, please check out our other great Cool Boy Central content with the Cool Boys podcast on iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Patreon. Also, donate to us on Patreon. It only costs $1 and you will receive special access to content too hot to air. You can find the Cool Boys on Patreon at www.patreon.com/coolboyspodcast. Thank you for listening. Stay cool, Cool Boy Bat Nation. Until next time, it's Bizees from Bat Ballard.
And that's Biases from Bat Steve.
So cool.
Batman
And beyond. Oh, yeah. Batman.
and beyond.
Oh,